When the rain started, I was upstairs, and my daughter was on the basement. She working from home, and most of the time she always there downstairs. And the rain was falling a little, but not much. But when her friend come outside, he said the water is rising. So she come in and called me, and she said, "Mom, how far the water is outside? When I get up now and I go outside, I see the water is rising, almost to the fence outside." So I said, "Oh my God, Gail." I called for my son Joel, run and go see Gail, them let him get out of the basement. When he got the water already, take the basement, a lap till the neck. So the boy had to kick the door to get them out. So the only thing I could save the puppy, and I had to get everything damaged. Whatever she have, a lot of stuff downstairs. All she work, phone, computer, bed, dresser, a lot of stuff damaged.
That was Chanmati Kandasamy, a Guyanese single mother who lives with her daughter Gail and son Joel on 184th Street, Hollis, Queens, New York. The family has been living there since 1997, but a week ago it felt as though their lives were being turned upside down. Then, the family grappled with the torrential rainfall resulting in flooded communities in some parts of the United States, and Queens, where many Guyanese immigrants like the Kandasamy family reside, was one of the worst affected areas. According to reports, meteorologists said that there were some 35 billion gallons of rainfall in just 5 hours. That might be an unimaginable figure, but to illustrate the sheer devastation of the rainfall, Kandasamy said that this meant her street and house were flooded within seconds, not even minutes. The Washington Post reported that many immigrants, not just Guyanese or Caribbean people, reside in people's basements, which are located partially or wholly underground. And since these basements are located below ground, they were the first to be flooded. Kandasamy's daughter was only using the basement as her pseudo office, as she had been working from home due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As noted in many other reports, however, the weight of the unrestrained water made doors and windows in basements almost entirely immovable. And having experienced that ordeal, understandably, the family is traumatized.
Cover the water, picking up the water, cleaned up. And they come upstairs, I was very shaky, like they dramatize.
Right.
So, it was so hard. The water was so plenty, all the way over this fence. That car there, damaged. The water from this basement coming out is all the way here. If you could see. The whole basement till on top of the ceiling. Everything, the water was so high coming to my first floor.
Even now, 1 week later, the woman said that her daughter is still terrified. The family is cognizant that 27-year-old Gail could have lost her life that day. While Gail and her friends were able to escape without any physical harm, another immigrant family living just one street away was not as fortunate. In the basement of a 183rd Street house, Trinidadian immigrants Paramati Ramskeet and her son, Krishna Ramskeet, were reportedly packing a bag when the basement's wall collapsed and the water filled the space. They both drowned. In Woodside, Queens, a Nepalese family living in a basement drowned as well. Though this is not the first time the district has been flooded, Kandasamy said it is certainly the worst she has experienced since the water was much higher than the floods of 2007. Just as last time though, she is hopeful that she would be able to receive some compensation to help her with cleanup and rebuilding efforts. Her basement for sure has been severely damaged and is in need of restoration. Meanwhile, the woman said that she and her neighbors have been advocating for an improved sewage and drainage system to prevent such a tragedy from occurring again. Reporting for the newsroom, I am Vishani Raghavir.